Hi guys, it's Nikki, and today I have got a little bit of a haul for you guys. This one's going to be a little bit different. I have a new planner, and then I have some inserts, and I'm going to show you guys those. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this video for a little bit, and then once I get this planner completely set up, I will do a planner setup video for you guys. So, my new addition is my Louis GM, and I've wanted this for a while now, but I didn't want to pay for it. It is a little bit expensive, especially for a planner, but I did decide to finally go ahead and get one. So this is the GM. I'm sure you guys have seen my MM. And I apologize for the printer, and I also apologize if I sound super out of breath. I actually just got done working out and then came in to do this video. So I think I just wiped sweat on the planner. That's kind of disgusting. Anyway, so this is the Louis Vuitton GM, and here is the interior of it. So it is pretty much the same as the MM. It doesn't have all the little pockets here, but that is okay. And I'm going to be using this with some SewMuchCrafting inserts. You guys, everything is about to fall to my right, and I'm trying to stop it. Okay, there we go. So you do have a pin loop, and this one does look a good bit bigger than the one that's on my MM, so hopefully I can actually fit a pin in here. And then you just have these pockets right here, this little pocket right here, one here, and one here, and then just the rings. So that is the actual planner that I picked up, and I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together this haul with a setup video after I get this completely set up, but I did want to film the haul because I'm really anxious to go ahead and get this set up so I can start using it. So I did get some stuff from SewMuchCrafting, and I got a good chunk of stuff. So if I can move some of these things out of the way. There we go. And I've got an invoice, so I will tell you guys prices, and I will show you guys what I got. Hopefully I'm in frame. I think I am. So I did get some personal sized inserts, and I just picked up the month on 2 pages. If I can get this open. So this is just the monthly view sheets, and I wanted to have one of these to keep in my personal size planner. I also picked up the on the menu meal planning sheets. I thought these were really, really cute, especially to take to the grocery store, and because it's on the back end, it does say grocery list. I thought that was a really cute idea. And then I also did pick up a second set of the vertical week on 2 pages. These, however, are not for me. They are for a friend, so I'm not going to open these up. But I'll tell you guys prices. So the meal planning inserts were $3.95. The week on 2 pages were $17.95, and then the monthly was $4.95. So again, these are the only 2 that are actually for me. This I just picked up for a friend. And then I did pick up quite a few A5 inserts, and these are all for the new Louis. Go ahead and open this. And I've mentioned before, I originally used my horizontal planner as my all pen planner, but because I had been doing Plan With Me's using that, I wasn't able to use it anymore. So I actually had purchased the Rose Gold Kiki K, and I was going to be using these in that, but I am not a fan of it at all. I mean, the planners are beautiful. It's not that. I just really prefer the way the Louis feel. They're much thinner than the Kiki Ks, and I just prefer it. So I figured I might as well go ahead and do it now. Instead of continuing to buy Kiki Ks and any other A5 type planner, ring bound planner to try to do this with, I figured I might as well go ahead and just make the investment and get the Louis. So that is what I did. So let me see here. The first thing that I have is the week on 2 pages, and these were $17. Is that right? No, these were $24.95. The personal size were $17.95. So these were actually $24.95. And this is just the larger sized horizontal. See if I got you guys in frame. Okay. The larger sized horizontal layout. So this will be all pen. If I do stickers in here, it'll just be, see if I've got something, just little things like this. I'm not going to heavily decorate it, if I even decorate it at all. But this is essentially the same thing as me having my horizontal Erin Condren, where I can write everything in. And then I can also pre-write pretty far out in advance because I don't have to worry about stickers or anything. So those were the printed half letter sized week on 2 pages. And I did do the Monday through Sunday ones. I just picked up a sticker from my vinyl backdrop. Okay, so the next thing that I got is the weekly checklists, and I like these a lot. I actually used to have some of these for, I believe, the personal sized, although it could have been A5 now that I think about it. So you just have daily tasks and weekly tasks, and you can check things off. And these were $3.95, and the back is just the same as the front. And then I also picked up the bill pay for the A5 size. I do have these in my personal planner, but I'm trying to make that one so that it isn't quite so bulky. So I did pick up these, and this was, let me see. Meal planning, online trackers. Sorry, you guys. Okay, these were $3.95 for the monthly bill trackers. I also picked up the monthly view pages for the A5 size. And these were $5.95, and again, they're the same. They're just these right here. And then I also picked up the online purchases tracker. And this is more so for anything that I'm going to be doing at the end of the year that would be like tax deductible. I need to start trying to keep track a little bit better of the really large orders, like my paper orders, my mailer orders, all of those. And I might do like one section for work related and then have a different section that is for personal. But these were, sorry you guys, my invoice is really big because I got so many different things. These were $3.95 as well. And then I did also pick up the menu planning for the A5, and these were also $3.95. And they have the same thing on the back, that it has a grocery list, and I thought those were just really adorable. And then I also picked up, what is this? Month on 2 pages in the list format, and these were $5.95. And I thought this was pretty cool, so, and I've not seen very many people use these, so I'll show you guys. So it's basically just each day of the month has its own line, and you can kind of write in what you need to do. I thought this would be really good for like new releases or for stocking. I generally keep a schedule of what I'm gonna stock on which days. So I thought that this would be really good for that, and it just has all of the months in it. So that is it, you guys, and I'm gonna go set up my Louie now, and after I get everything the way that I want it, I will add on to this video a kind of planner setup type thing. So if you guys want to see that, keep watching. Hi guys, so I know it has been a really long time since I filmed that haul. I'm sure if you watch my channel, you hear me talk about my GM Louie all the time. But I did film that, and I just actually found that as I was going through and cleaning out some files on my computer, so I figured I would go ahead and film the second half of that video, which is my setup in my Louie GM. So this is it, and I've had this for a few months now, and I think that I finally found planner peace with this planner. I do love this. I keep it generally on my nightstand. I'll carry it around the house with me, just kind of all over the place. I just realized that my piece of vinyl here is kind of cut off. Sorry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I've got this set up. So it is very, very bare on the inside. This is kind of like my functional planner. This is where I keep everything. So the first thing that is in here are some page flags, as well as just some little clips. I also have, let's see, a little Once More with Love sampler. Ooh, I have a couple actually. So I do have that just in the front pocket. Normally in these pockets right here, I will keep whatever I'm using that week as far as the Sponsored by Coffee. That's generally what I use. The colors that I'm using that week, I will put them in here and keep them. However, this week they are not in there because I'm pretty sure they're actually still sitting on my bedside table. So the first area in the planner is a kind of like a dashboard. I made these dividers myself, and I'll just kind of flip through and show you guys. So I bought a laminating machine, and then I just went to Michael's and got a big paper pad and pretty much just cut these with a guillotine and then laminated them. And I know that they don't look wonderful, they're not great or anything, but they work for what I need them for. So, oops, I'm losing clips. So you guys can see I just have them all throughout. And I was just going to get on Etsy and order some, but then I decided I wanted to be crafty, and then once the laminator actually came in and I got all this stuff, wasn't feeling that crafty anymore, so that's what happened. So the first section that I have in here is my kind of like month at a glance, not the actual monthly, but like where you can write in it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I use this, but I don't use it the way that I really should. I thought that I would use it a lot more than I actually do. So what I had intended to use this for was what videos were going up on what days, and you guys can see I do a decent job of writing in what videos I want to do on certain days. But that is my first section. I should also mention all of these inserts that I'm about to show are from SewMuchCrafting on Etsy, and I will link her below. So my second section is my actual monthly view. Also, I took some of these dividers from an A5 Kiki K, and I just put them behind the laminated sections that I had made because I didn't take the time to actually add dividers onto any of these, which I didn't realize until after I was finished, but I did want to have the little tabs, so I went ahead and took them out of a Kiki K. So this is my next section, and it is just a monthly view. You guys can see I don't use this very much either. It's just not, I thought I would, and I just don't. But you guys can see I have my bills written down. It's essentially the same way that I use my Erin Condren monthly view, which is that I don't really. I write my bills in, and that's about it. I had planned on using this and actually writing in, I don't know, like videos I was going to do, what the new releases were going to be, stuff like that, and it just never really happens. So, I should also mention all of these clips that you guys see, except for this panda, are from LittleMissDaisyRose, and my panda is from Craft and Quill, and I will link both of them below. So my next section is my actual horizontal weekly view, and this is what I love. This is what I use constantly. So let me get over into this week. So this is what my week is looking like so far, and basically what I like to do here is I need to mark down, first of all, if I'm going to be cutting that day, if I'm going to be doing orders, if I'm going to be designing. If there's anything that I need to print, I will mark that down for that day. And actually, I kind of feel like I should go back to a different day to kind of talk about how I'm doing this, but maybe not. I guess it's all kind of the same. So the first thing that I do each and every week is I put in my 2 weekly trackers, and I generally do, I always have a YouTube tracker, which is why I don't use that monthly one so much. And then I have been doing a dinner tracker, but for the past couple of weeks, well no, this one was dinner, but for this week I wanted to try to do a spending tracker. Today is Wednesday, so I've not really been keeping track of my spending, I'm not gonna lie. And then I've got the 2 just kind of like daily habit trackers, and I've got one that I'm supposed to be eating well, and you guys can see I'm not doing a very good job here. And then I've got one that I'm supposed to be doing a no spend, and again, not doing a very good job there. So that is what I have been doing with those, and looking at it, that's how I've been doing it for a while now. I did have a workout one in. I gave up on that. I know I said I was trying, and I was going to try to work out, to do a little bit better. It's not working for me. It's just, I do not have time. Like, and I know that everybody's going to be like, you can make, 30 minutes to do this. In reality, if I was going to work out, it would have to be at like 9 o'clock at night. And by that time, I'm so tired, I don't want to. So anyway, what I do in these inserts is I generally go in at the beginning of the week, and I will go ahead and set up certain things, like the cut, groceries, what I'm going to clean that day, and like this day, open orders, like just anything like that I put in at the beginning of the week, because I do have the same schedule for the most part every single week. I have certain days I cut, certain days I design, certain days I ship orders. So that's the first thing that I'll go in and do. Generally anything over to the left is more work related, and then anything over here is kind of more personal, but a lot of times it gets pushed into it. Like Tuesday was a very busy day, so all of my stuff is just kind of all over the place. Today is Wednesday, so for instance today, cut, I did that. It was the Wednesday sale. I needed to start printing the new releases. Let's see, 10 days until Disney. It is Trail Mix Day, and these are OnceMoreWithLove's wacky holidays. I got in an order from Sponsored by Coffee. I have not written this in yet, but I'm filming right now my GM setup. I have a laundry thing. I wanted to do a chemical peel, and then I just have my little hump day sticker from OnceMoreWithLove. So that's basically what I do in these inserts, and it kind of changes up a little bit from week to week just because what I end up doing can be a little bit different. But for the most part, it's the same base schedule of what needs to be cut, what needs to be like designed, stuff like that. So we get over into Thursday, and I've got like a bills thing. I do write all that in here. I have my little checklist saying what needs to be done for tomorrow, and then just more YouTube things over here. But you guys can see, this is basically how I have it set up every single week. And it works really, really well for me. And generally the only thing that I pre-plan in this is everything over here to the left. And then what ends up actually happening that day is what I'll go over to the right, like in these areas, and put in. But it does change. So that is that section. This is the section that I'm in love with. This is where I feel like I've kind of found planner peace with. This is just perfect. And I did have inserts very similar to this in my Louis for a while. And I liked it, but there wasn't enough room for me to really go in and do what I wanted to do. So this whole just larger area to write really, really works well for me. So the next section that I have in here is my daily tasks section, and we'll just go straight to this week. I've not actually checked anything off for yesterday or today yet. But these inserts are, again, from SewMuchCrafting, and I use these as like a cleaning list. I feel like that's probably not what it's intended for, but that is how I personally use them. For a little bit, I did try to do a little bit different. I put in like no spend, I put in sticker mess, which is again cleaning, but still. I did workout, eat clean, some stuff like that, just something I would track with like a daily habit tracker, but I prefer to use these as a cleaning tracker just because I can go a little bit crazy with it, and I need to be able to look and see like when the last time that I did this was, so that I can tell myself that I'm being ridiculous. Like you guys can see on Monday, every single one of these is checked off, because on Monday I had just a panic attack. I went through, I cleaned the whole house for like 3 hours. So that's how I use these. I also, for things that I only need to do once a week, like washing the windows or like emptying the fridge out, stuff like that, I keep that at the bottom. I keep everything that I shouldn't be doing every single day, but it's okay up top. So that is that section. My next section is my bills section, and this is another reason that I don't use the monthly inserts, because these work so well for me. And I don't know how to do this. I guess I'll just do one from last month, or from this current month. So basically what I do is at the beginning of the month, and you guys can see I've done it for September, I'll go in, I'll write down all of my bills, I'll write the date next to them, and then when I pay them, I'll actually go in and write down the amount and then check it off. But this is really good just to kind of like glance at, to be able to see when I have a bill due that month. And then my next section is my online purchases section. And this never gets used. I'm not gonna lie, you guys can see I started to use it, and then it honestly just made me feel bad about myself, because I'm pretty sure like most of these were all on one day, or no, all of the ones in this color are on one day, and then I had another one on another day. But writing down every single thing that I buy makes me feel terrible, especially if it's sticker related, because I know that I don't need it. So I decided that this just wasn't gonna happen, so these actually do not get used. I think that I need to start using them for like business supply purchases, like stuff for the shop. I think that would be a great way to use them. But as far as that goes, I'm not a huge fan, because there's not an area to write in the amount, and I know I could write it just, you know, after it, but I would kind of prefer to have it like as more of a checkbook type thing, and I do have that in my Louis. I have essentially checkbook inserts, and those I do use. So my last section is a meal planning section, and again, this doesn't really get used at all. I try sometimes to use it, but I'm not very good at planning out what I'm going to be eating. I will go in and I'll be like, this is what I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna make this day, this day, and it just doesn't happen. I don't do it anymore. When I didn't live by myself, I would do this, and I would actually have meals planned out for each day, and I would stick to it, and I would do it every single day. But being here by myself, there's a lot of days that I will keep working until 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and by that point, I'm not gonna cook something. I'm gonna go to like McDonald's. I hate McDonald's, that's a terrible example. I'm gonna go to like Chick-fil-A or somewhere. I'm just gonna get something and bring it home, because I don't want to cook after I've been working for that amount of time. I do, however, have these inserts in my Louis, and I don't use this part, but I do use this backside that has the grocery list on it, and I take that with me into the grocery store, because I do use my as a wallet. So I do use them in that. In this one, not so much. And sometimes I will go in and write things down like I did here, just to kind of keep track of what I did eat, even though it wasn't really a plan. It's just more so, I don't know, to hold me accountable or something. But that is it. So in the back here, it's just completely empty. I do normally keep a pin in this loop, because I carry this around the house. This thing ends up everywhere. But yeah, guys, so that is it. That is my entire setup for my GM. And I know it's not really super exciting, or the inside's not really fun or anything, but like I said, this is my really, really functional planner. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.